Reclaim your heart. Attachments. Why do people have to leave each other? When I was 17 years old, I had a dream. I dreamt that I was sitting inside a masjid and a little girl walked up to ask me a question. She asked me, why do people have to leave each other? The question was a personal one, but it seemed clear to me why the question was chosen for me. I was the one to get attached. Ever since I was a child, this temperament was clear. While other children in preschool could easily recover once their parents left, I could not. My tears, once set in motion, did not stop easily. As I grew up, I learned to become attached to everything around me. From the time I was in first grade, I needed a best friend. As I got older, any fallout with a friend shattered me. I could not let go of anything: people, places, events, photographs, moments. Even outcomes become objects of a strong attachment. If things did not work out the way I wanted or imagined they should, I was devastated. And disappointment for me wasn't an ordinary emotion, it was catastrophic. Once laid down, I never fully recovered. I could never forget, and the break never mended. Like a glass vase that you put on the edge of a table, once broken, the pieces never quite fit again. However, the problem was not with the vase, or even that the vases kept breaking. The problem was that I kept putting them on the edge of tables through my attachments. I was dependent on my relationships to fulfill my needs. I allowed those relationships to define my happiness or my sadness, my fulfillment or my emptiness, my security or even my self-worth. And so, like the vase placed where it will inevitably fall, through those dependency, I set myself up for disappointment. I set myself up to be broken. And that's exactly what I found. One disappointment, one break after another. And yet the people who broke me were not to blame any more than gravity can be blamed for breaking the vase. We cannot blame the laws of physics when a twig snaps because we lean on it for support. The twig was never created to carry us. Our weight was only meant to be carried by God. We are told in Quran, whoever rejects evil and believes in God hath grasped the most trustworthy handhold that never breaks, and God hears and knows all things. There is a crucial lesson in this verse, that there is only one handhold that never breaks. There is only one place where we can lay our dependency. There is only one relationship that should define our self-worth, and only one source from which we seek our ultimate happiness, fulfillment, and security. That place is God. However, the world is all about seeking those things elsewhere. Some of us seek it in our careers, some of us seek it in wealth, some in status, some, like me, seek it in our relationships. In her book, Eat, Pray, Love, Eliza Gilbert describes her own quest for happiness. She describes moving in and out of relationships, and even traveling the globe in search of this fulfillment. She seeks that fulfillment unsuccessfully in her relationships, in meditation, even in her food. And that's exactly where I spend much of my own life, seeking a way to fill my inner void. So it was no wonder that the little girl in my dream asked me this question. It was a question about loss, about disappointment. It was a question about being let down, a question about coming back empty-handed. It was about what happens when you try to dig in concrete with your bare hands. Not only do you come back with nothing, you break your fingers in process. I learned this not by reading it, not by hearing it from a wise sage. I learned this by trying it again and again and again.